Hello everyone! Today we are going to go over the closeted exhibitionist and the malignant narcissist, the narcissistic traits. I'm going to read off some traits from each one because I want to see how many relate to me, okay? As you may know, narcissism is a mixture of grandiose and vulnerable traits. It's not just one or the other, but you can present more of something than the other. Also, tell me if you see yourself in some of these traits, okay? It can't just be all the dark side of the force, We're humans. Otherwise, tell me if you've seen any of these things in your people, okay? So I'm not alone. All right. So the exhibitionist narcissist, this is the grandiose presenting. So compulsively attracts attention to themselves. Yes. Make dramatic, loud, or otherwise, I don't know this big word, displays. So yes, if I am very comfortable in my environment, yes, I am going to be completely ridiculousness, all right? Act outwardly arrogant, haughty, especially with those they view as underlings. You see that I have been mega stinker on here, and I will tear down people. Don't call yourself an empath because I'll go to town on you. All right. Next, demanding admiration and agreement, and without it, react with impatience or rage. Definitely 100%. Especially with a partner. I'm special. Treat me special. Hello. I'm putting in the effort with you. Do the same back for me. Okay? And as you know, over time, things slow down and everything. This can give even the narcissist anxiety too, okay? Not just you. And you know that we react to you and your criticisms and stuff as well. Become confrontational and combative when angered, of course. Makes scenes and throws public tantrums. I'll do that on here. So if this is a public tantrum on here, yes. But, that's like behind a screen type bullshit. When I'm in front of other people, I am going to perform and just hold in any anger or resentments. Unless it's, even a family gathering and stuff, we just talk shit, and we're really sarcastic and stuff. Appear charismatic in public settings. Can I speak, please? While being negligent and abusive at home. Yes. It's more, I'm dismissive. I would be dismissive at home and, charismatic at work and stuff. You have to perform at work anyways. And then I would just be more quiet and to myself at home. But I do know that some narcissistic people can turn into massive assholes, and especially parents to children, okay? Avoid appearances of vulnerability and refuse help. Yes. Preen and brag. What the fuck does preen mean? Preen. What does that mean? And brag. Listen poorly and interrupt often. I'm a good listener. I will interrupt often because of ADHD, but I'm data mining you. So I'm listening. But I used to always try to figure out what I'm going to say next, and I couldn't wait for you to stop talking, okay? Lecture and interrogate, yes. Need to feel expert at everything and like to give advice. I love to give advice. I am an expert on myself. Yes, but People will also act an expert in things that they are not experts at. And I believe that they think that you are not educated in certain things, so they can put on this grandiose show of intelligence, right? Rarely acknowledge or credit others and try to own others' talents and success. I don't do that, but I have seen other people do that, of course, especially their own children's successes. So, like when anybody compliments my children for being awesome for this, that, and the other thing, they may be like, "That's your child. That's your child." I have nothing to do with that. Okay, please, please. Okay, bolsters themselves by besting and devaluing others. I know that I have done this a lot when I was a kid with friends or peers and my sibling, definitely. Need to feel perfect and view everything less as failure. View anything less as failure. Need to be perfect? Hell to the yeah. Now, the closeted narcissist. Let's check this out. Controls with the silent treatment, stonewalling, and other forms of withholding. Shit, I do that too. Okay, so, oh, and if you want to know, no, I'm not a fucking closeted narcissist. I've always been, waha. But these are tactics to defend ourselves from feeling any shame, right? And for me, guilt, you can't guilt me. I'll just, guilt the shit out of you. And I love shaming. I love shaming. It just, like a ticker tape, just goes through, and I just have so many fucked up things to say, even if they're not warranted. Okay? It's just, if I feel like hurt or something, yeah, I'm coming at your throat and stuff. And it happened recently. So, it's like, I had no control over these thoughts coming in my head. The only thing that I could do was be aware enough that this may not be real. It felt real. It felt real. And I really did want to go to town, and I just shut the fuck up. Okay. Manipulate through guilt, self-pitying performance. Self-pity. I don't like being pitied. But I have seen, yes, vulnerable presenting narcissists, like, oh, my life is blah. And then they have, helpful people come into their life and they can exploit helpful people. Okay. Flatter and fawn over others to win favor. Oh, hell to the fuck, yes. Yes. Feign innocent. Yes. Humble brag. I can't pinpoint. Shit, probably, right? But is it humble? I think it's more of an arrogant brag for me. But yes, the closeted probably does that. Behave worshipfully and go beyond the call of duty with people they idealize. Oh, fuck yeah. Just ask my partners in the beginning. Have delusions, well, that too. Have delusions of victimization and persecution. Yes, because it's a dog-eat-dog world. So everybody's against you. And so you have to destroy the threat, which is, everybody else. Everybody else is below you. So if you think that you're on my level, you would get torn down. Even if it's just, in my head, or holding resentments towards you or whatever. And then being really stoked when bad things happen to you, like inside happy, type shit. State what appears insecure or anxious and ask for help and advice. Appears. Not in the past, but because I'm, exposing myself and everything, that I will be honest about my anxiety or insecurities. And asking for help and advice, I would never do that. Independent, strong woman here, right? So asking for help and advice, that's a new thing for me. But we're talking about the people who are just, appearing, doing it as a manipulative tool. Though this is true, they are anxious and insecure, but they are trying to exploit you to get their needs met. Stage a crisis to gain attention. I have seen a lot of this in boardies. Take pleasure in others' problems and tragedies. Hell to the fuck yeah. Harbor long-term grudges. Oh yeah. Yes. Resist answering questions directly. My ADHD brain, it fucking goes off on a thing. So if that's a narcissistic thing, okay. But and I have witnessed me doing this, okay? I will go off on other avenues and stuff and then redirect and turn it back on you. So I don't have to answer things, especially if you want me to be vulnerable and stuff. I'm like, ugh. Make a joke, Exaggerate suffering and sickness to garner sympathy. I have seen this. I don't do this because appearing weak is fucking disgusting to me. So no. But I mean, I can go into that complaint cycle, and have moments where I'm just like, life is fuck shit. What the fuck? Stuff like that. But being ill, I'll let you know if I get a disease. I'll be like, give me attention, bitches, I'm dying. Okay. Blame problems and failures on unfair people, situations, and circumstances. Well, everybody blames problems and failures on unfair people, right? I don't understand that one. If you can figure out what the hell, then you tell me. Use backhanded tactics such as gossiping, smear campaigns against people they envy. Hell to the yeah, high five. Criticize indirectly through implied blame, lack of acknowledgement, and favorable comparison. Criticize indirectly. Of course. Implied blame. See, this is why it's you undercover, narcissism and stuff, because they don't come straight out and start being accusatory and shit. I'll fucking accuse you. I'll accuse you, even if I'm paranoid and I don't know for sure. In my brain, I think I know for sure. But, if I'll just come out and accuse you of doing something shady, you're fucking shade. What are you doing? Or are you doing shady shit? Why? You're a fucking cheater. Like, if I see a message and, bantering going on with some fucking, you're a fucking cheater. Period. There's no, who is that person? Who is that person? It's like, you're dead and so is that person. Okay? All right. Now for the malignant part. The fridge is here. Say hello to the, we should put a fucking hat on the fridge. All right. Routinely ridicules and humiliates others in games of one-upmanship. I have done that, yes. Studies a group for the most vulnerable and attacks to display dominance. Oh, I have done this. But I really don't care about that type of bullshit anymore. But I will make like little jokes in my personal circle or whatever, But I mean, yeah, you can see this all across the board when we're talking politics and shit like that. It's like, or men. You see me like dog on men or dog on women, depending on what the subject is. I'll just be like, or empaths. Okay, I do that publicly. Okay. Views weaknesses with ruthless contempt. Yes. Yeah. This is after you get the nice side of me, so you'll be more forgiving. and I can be a shit, okay? Isolates others from social support. This I do not do, but this is, what people will do to keep you, in their fucking little cage and stuff. So you won't have the strength to leave. You have to have a support system to be like, should I get that? And you're going to complain and complain and complain. And your people are going to be like, you need to get the fuck out. But because of your cognitive dissonance and you putting the bad shit in a box, but they're so nice to me. And it usually takes 7+ times to break up with somebody before you finally take off. I do have one of my callers over the years where he will call me and tell me about his new relationship so we can critique it before he gets too deep in it. Even though he says I'm right, he still goes out with them for a little while and then gets rid of them. Still, it's better than, years and years and years and years and whatever. So, engages in impulsive and calculated destruction. Yes, if it is impulsive. Well, calculated destruction, I would be angry and like smear you on social media and stuff. And my smears are the truth to me. You're a fucking piece of shit. You fucking whatever. To me, right? But boardies, they'll take a bat to your fucking car. Okay, so they're impulsive and destructive. I've got some borderline friends, dude. They're like on speed dial and shit. Like, what should I do with this, that, and the other? Because they are fucking dark. Violates personal boundaries, social norms, and taboos. Yes, you don't get to have boundaries with me. If I want to control everything about everybody or whatever, I'll keep trying to erode those boundaries or walls until I'm inside the kingdom. Okay, gain your trust. All right, and I can do that for good too. But in the past it was, I got to get to know my enemy. Everybody's my enemy. Imitates, intimidates. I'm imitating a fucking fool, but it's not really intimidation. Now I'm switching up. Fuck it. Just don't listen to me. Intimidates with threats, interrogation, and terror. Yes, I really do like to be feared, but the threats and everything, you really have to be my enemy. It's not like I would ever do that shit to my children or my partner and stuff, unless I suspected them cheating or, making long-term a long-term con and I'm the, victim. But usually, like you, I tell you guys, just go no contact and get the fuck rid of them, So, I'm better, right? Just say yes, just say yes. All right. Enjoys making others suffer. Fuck yeah. If it is warranted, I'm more of a walk-awayer now. But sometimes I'll just let it cycle through my mind and I'll feel like that I already unalived you. So I don't actually have to do anything, okay? Exploits positions of authority to suppress discord or dissent. Whatever that fucking means. Exploits positions of authority. Anything that has to do with an authority position or authority figure, I got to be top dog. So eventually, I'm going to bring that person down. It's envying their position. This might be nothing what I just said, but this is what my brain is telling me to say. Okay? Justifies violent behavior for personal, of course. Yes. I am justified in everything that I ever do to you. This is why apologies are bullshit. They are bullshit. I know how to authentically apologize now because of insight and I can take responsibility for my shit. In the past, hell to the no. I was always right. Always right. My brain told me I was right. It's not like I knew I was wrong and I'm just gonna, and tear you down to Chinatown. No, I always believed that I was correct. So having more insight and taking pause and not throwing away relationships, friendships, jobs, and things like that, and just letting me sit in my ridiculousness. The more I do that, the quicker I get over the thing. But there's usually a resentment file anyways, I can't help that. All right. So I hope that was helpful. You guys have a great day. What do we say? We love you.